Time once again for Death Stranding. Last time we got a trike blueprint for the so now we can actually have a vehicle in the central region. And we finished connecting up Craftsman, Elder, and Engineer. So I have a feeling that trike is going to be very useful for getting around this relatively flat region. Let's definitely try to make that. See how much it's going to set us back. Ah, and there was a new weapon we got at the firing range, so let's go try it out. The bolas. Bola gun. One of 14. What does that mean? There are various wire types. Do we not have access to those? How can we put different wire types in this? Doesn't look... Oh, well that's good to know. So if we just tap right, it'll equip and unequip the weapon. I don't have to pull up the weapon wheel. Would have come in handy a little bit earlier. Hold... No. So if we just tap it, let's go for a slightly farther target. It just kind of sliced through them. If we hold it, it increases the width of the arc. Okay. I guess the 1 out of 11 is talking about the current magazine size. I'm sure there's a new training for trying this out. It does make noise. It's got a nice wide arc to it. But it can only take out one at a time. It's very generous with the aiming. The guys who I've hit with it are still grunting and struggling on the ground, which makes it sometimes hard to tell who is still active. Why does it say one of... Oh, I have to kick them while they're down. Oh. Curb stomping fools. And perhaps some of these enemies can free themselves if I don't kick them in time. Why are they left standing? Well, we can just punch them if they are. So it's a bit easier to hit than the mazer, and hit with than the mazer. And it's a little bit faster as well, taking out enemies. And now let's see what it does to BTs. We have 2 this time. It mentioned there are different types of strands for different enemies, but it looks like from the description, clearly if it impacts terrain, it doesn't. Even if one side of the bola hits terrain, it doesn't actually stop it. So that's also quite convenient. Just need to use the Odra deck. And unlike the mules, it's just one shot and they're done. We don't have to go up and finish them off or anything like that. Bit close. Don't like that angle. We draw them out. There's probably a better way to get back there that doesn't leave us so open. Can always go up, or possibly not. I thought that would be a roof. Oh no, it really is a linear course. Some of the levels aren't so linear in these training areas. I just know it's going to be something like he's like right above us. Oh, there they are. Just kind of crouching behind the cover. Interesting. I didn't know they could get that low. Ah, the camera kind of pulls back and snaps to a BT when we've apparently offended the BT enough to where it's decided to aggro us. What? I go one yet again. Oh wow. What were we supposed to do about that? We couldn't see that one. It did come right for us, though, so it's a good reminder that in some situations the BTs will move. Oh, there it actually impacted on the terrain. Oh. He set someone off on the other side of that wall. But it looked like one of the BTs kind of went through a wall to reach us. In the last attempt. When the odor deck starts spinning like that, I think that's a sign we should really just turn around and run. But look at that one. It was moving. Maybe what's happening is, as we get farther in the game, the behavior of the BTs is changing somewhat, like they are becoming more aggressive. Or we've just not been observant enough. Let's be careful. Sometimes what's happening is I'm just not spotting them on the odor deck quickly enough. Okay, see ya. Okay. So who's making those sprays on the ground? Oh my goodness. I didn't think to look up. I'm just confused because I got surprised by this one last time. And I'm forgetting that BTs, they do hang out up there. Quite frequently, in fact. I see one. I hear one. I think I'll have to wait until it comes around here, or we just have to be quick on the draw and charge. Yeah, we really had to expose ourselves to that one before we were able to get a good shot in. I think there's another around the corner. Well, if we aggro it... see, it's quite low to the ground. But unlike most areas in the game, we were not given very many options for approaching this situation. We don't have any tools. Just gotta sit here and... I guess we just run. They don't move that fast. I just didn't want to replay this. That's all. We could have done that a lot more quickly if I wasn't playing it so safe. Yeah, that's probably the worst rank we've ever gotten on one of these challenges. That's all right, we're done here. that's nice to know. That road that we put some materials in actually started getting used and generated a lot of likes, so that's pretty cool. And that reminds me, I wanted to finish the road that's already there. This auto paver. But before we do that, let's make sure we have enough material to print ourselves up a shiny new tricycle. Trike. And we definitely do have the materials. Why are we being shown this? There's no cargo. There it is. It just appears. Okay. So let's take some materials so we can complete that. We're going to need 160 metals, 40 ceramics. And there's something we haven't done before, claim materials. We want 160 metals. Well, we can't get that specific denomination. So we'll take 200 metals. And 80 ceramics. Let's see if we can actually put those directly to the trike. Excellent. That's what I wanted. While we're at it, we have the bola gun now. Do we still want to carry a mazer gun? Especially one as damaged as this. Didn't realize how much damage it had been getting. That's because just the time fall. So this thing is close to being non-functional. I thought we got bolas. Oh, there it is, yeah. Let's just recycle this mazer gun for now. And now that we have a pair of porter boots, we don't really need to take mule boots around with us. That should be good. I don't even think we need this much container repair spray. We haven't been using it at all. Ah, interesting. And we can see that some of these containers are looking quite rusted, showing that timefall has been responsible for the damage. So eventually, these are going to become so beat up that we will need to just manufacture replacements. These things that we've been hoarding for so long and not using. It's unfortunate from this menu we can't put something into private storage. I'd rather just have one menu where we can put something into private storage or recycle it, because that's the workflow I would go through. That's okay. We'll just do that here. Every little bit of space counts.
Thank you for your contribution.
The things that we got rid of weren't much weight, but the sheer quantity and size of the packages, each package has a size, like small, medium, large, or extra large. it adds up over time. So, we have our materials. Let's go build that road. Complete the auto paver.
Have a pleasant journey.
Wow, we got some kind of speed boost. Why were we going so fast? Ah, I wasn't aware this was possible. This whole time, I've been driving more slowly than necessary.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize it was possible to boost. That makes the trike even more of an appealing option. All right, you. What's going to happen to the excess? They're just going to be lost? Are you serious? Is there a way to make that not happen? Can we split? No. Well, that is confusing and disappointing. If we do add materials, we just have to add it or not. And there is no container that has only that amount. The smallest increment is 50. Well, it's only a little bit of waste, isn't it? As I suspected, this is what the auto-paved roads look like. Very nice. Ah, and most importantly, it supplies energy while we're on it, so very useful. Very expensive, but very useful.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying I welcome to Lake Knot City. Proceed to distribution center. Have a pleasant journey. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
It's been a while. Let's head back to our private room.
Your work is greatly...
Sam, got a favor to ask. If you could bring some cargo back to Capital Knot City from the distribution center out west, it'd be great. Earn a good eval and you might even get more than your usual reward. What do you say? Feel like challenging yourself?
I feel like challenging myself if I know the effort is going to be rewarded, and so far in this game, I don't feel that there's been a whole lot of that going on. We haven't really hit a point in the game where the basic materials, where anything more than the basic materials that we have is necessary. But while we're here, It's waiting for this animation to finish before it will let me do anything. That's always a fun thing to do in a UI, is to lock me out from being able to do anything. Let's take a look at some of our emails. They sure have been piling up. The Craftsman. Mules, heroes or villains? Hey Sam, how's that bola gun working out for you? You put it to good use yet? Listen, I've come up with a few more ideas for new gadgets since we last spoke, and Chiral Network makes it so easy to share data, you can fabricate stuff pretty much anywhere. In fact, I might ask you to test them out for me sometime. It's in your interests, too, what with you maybe having to go up against mules and whatever other crazies are out there. But if you do have to throw down, remember that mules used to be just like you. They were porters when the world went to hell, people trying to help people in all that chaos and confusion. Would have been hailed as heroes if they hadn't gone batshit. That's what most people think, me included. Though I heard it might not be that simple. Might be that they started out as smugglers, and that's why they can navigate all kinds of hard country. Guys like that, well, something tells me they wouldn't be altruists at heart. Guess there's no way of knowing the truth of it now. Anyway, Sam, I doled out a few of those hematic grenades you brought me to some local porters along with some blood bags. If they work as advertised, then our local people might just be able to stand up to BTs if necessary. Could be a new beginning for the whole community. Many thumbs up from the Craftsman. The Engineer. The commencement of Evo Devo unit testing. I know it can't be easy out there on your own, Sam, but we need you to stay strong. I've started on a few experiments with the Evo Devo unit you brought me. So far, things are going pretty well. I'm not quite at the stage where I can perfectly recreate objects, but I suspect that's only because the chiral network's coverage is still limited. The more places you bring online, the better my results, most likely. Anyway, I'll be submitting regular reports on my progress to Bridges. Rest assured, I'll keep at it. Incidentally, I've taken an interest in the Odor deck lately. These days, people tend to associate them with BBs or think of them as BT detectors, but they were originally designed as more all-purpose scanners for the detection of people and various objects. Seems they've undergone quite a few changes over the years. By all accounts, many of the original features were cut at some point. One such feature would allow users to project holograms, which could be pretty useful, and another would utilize chiral connections to reconstruct past data for present-day applications. I don't believe these features are lost forever, though. If we keep expanding the network, someone's bound to take the initiative and create new and improved versions of them. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, Sam. We should catch up in person one day. Oop. And we have a new Half-Life related message, it would seem. Hey Sam, the Great Deliverer, right? Benjamin told me all about you, told me how much you like Half-Life. To be honest, though, I'm not sure I understand what it is you do. So why don't you show me? Prove to me you're a real badass. I've lost something very precious as life itself. Akin to what you'd call a ha, even. Now, you know who Peter Englert is, don't you? The guy who keeps asking you to bring him pizza. Seems my cargo's somewhere near his shelter. It's got a pretty distinct cube shape, so you should recognize it straight away. Once you find it, bring it to Lake Knot City, please. I'll make it worth your while, of course. Why you or anyone else would choose to make a living traipsing around with cargo strapped to your back is a mystery to me, but I'm sure glad you're doing it. And here is that request. Peter Englert. A humble request for pizza. My dear Sam Bridges, it is an honor to make your acquaintance. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Peter Englert. After hearing so very much about you, all good, I hasten to add, I simply could not resist the urge to initiate a correspondence. My request is of such great import that I dare entrust it only to the man who delivers. My sister, bless her heart, has been feeling under the weather, and I fear there is only one thing that might restore the color to her cheeks. Pizza. I wonder if you might be so kind as to collect some from Lake Knot City and deliver it to our humble abode. I am more than aware of the gravity and urgency of your westward journey, but if you could find it in your heart to squeeze us in, I would be ever so grateful. Oh, and my dear sister is something of a ham lover. Please bear that in mind if you decide to oblige me. And I think that'll do it for now, for messages. We'll save the rest for later. I think we're doing okay on energy. Nope, we can definitely top ourselves up. Let's finally take that order the game has been suggesting.
Sam, a lot of clients are requesting you by name. Now, while there are orders we need you to accept, which are critical to the expansion of the chiral network, there are others that you can take or leave at your discretion. It goes without saying, though, that it's in everyone's best interest for you to do as much as you can. And more work means more rewards.
So there can be benefits. To some of these non-main quest orders for Sam. I am very curious about the fresh pizza delivery. I would be remiss if we didn't follow up on this. And it looks like a pretty short run. It does say keep flat, which is not what we're known for. So we need to find a way to get over there without having an issue. Maybe we can find a shallow crossing. I'm not sure if the save system is going to work the way we want, but let's go ahead and save and give that a try. We might need to cross some rivers, but I don't think that would necessarily make us not be flat enough for pizza. And it's fragile, must be carried horizontally. Okay, so it's not instant, but carrying it vertically will cause it to be gradually ruined. Let's listen to the message. There is one. Nope, there is no briefing. Just on the main quests, I think. Which is something I often forget, so apologies if we've missed out on some of those incidental briefings that repeat information we've already been told multiple times. But I do want to hear them. So, it's all the way over there. I think we're good on materials. And that's what we want.
Make sure you carry pizzas properly at all times. If you do something stupid, like turn it on its side, you'll ruin it.
It's just one case, and we keep it up there. Okay. And we have to be pretty quick about it, too. Just make sure I see where we're going. Okay. 30 minutes, huh? That doesn't look flat to me.
Weapons restriction. Good morning, Sam.
I hope that we'll get some indication. Gotta be careful. Those jumps can be destructive. And here we have our first crossing. Didn't seem to be too problematic. Let's come to a stop before we go into first-person mode. So let's take a quick look here. I think right will be the best way forward. What is this music? I haven't heard this music before, I swear. That was easy.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Strand contracts.
Thank you for your continued support. Good work.
That's it, huh? There's nothing here for us. Well, that is slightly disappointing. And another companion cube. That's where we're headed, right?
Sam, you can now submit upgrade requests for structures. If there's one you use a lot, you should definitely consider it.
The structures are certainly nice, but they're not essential. And the other issue is you never know how long you're going to spend in an area, so you don't know whether it's worth the time and resources to actually complete a structure. At least that's my issue with why I haven't really been making a lot of them yet. Yeah, we are going to Lake Knot City. Well, free companion cube.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Let's not forget about boosting. This could be danger. This could be a dangerous new discovery for me. The temptation is quite strong. Oh. It's suddenly slowing down at weird times. As long as we wheelie, we can get over a lot of those lumps. Excellent. Oh. We must respect the invisible walls. This is a wall, right? Nope. We're allowed to go in here. Good.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Welcome to Lake Knot City. Distribution center. Please terminate soon. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
I was holding the reverse button that whole time, and we grabbed a... Oh yeah, we can just grab it right off the bike. That's pretty cool. We don't have to go into a menu for it.
Hey, Sam. Guys like you, thank you, Sam.
Just gonna be a measly 160 likes, I guess. Little bit of connection level. Ah, see, this is the benefit of doing these. Access to more blueprints. We'll definitely have to check that out and see how it compares to our current trike.
Oh, by the way, feel free to grab it.
A valve. Ah.
Until the next delivery.
What could that be a reference to? I wonder.
Access delivery terminal for further information.
Well, we didn't make a whole lot of progress on the main story, but we did get to try out the bola gun and discover that the trike can boost, and we also made a pizza delivery, so that's as good a place as any to end it for now, and I'll be back next time with more Death Stranding.